3612 East Knollwood.
The homes you see
1503 Mulberry.
all have something in common.
1219 17th Avenue.
The homes have a gruesome past.
2021 Queensboro.
And it's a past that most of the homeowners
110 West Hiawatha.
know nothing about.
2317 Fig Street.
Take this South Tampa home located a block off Howard Avenue on Fig Street. It is now the site of a daycare, and the homeowner says she bought it because
She said
that it had good lighting, and that she says it's really quiet around here.
But what Dominga De La Rosa didn't know until we told her was that her home was once a murder scene.
wow.
The homeowner in 1965 killed in the front doorway. His wife was shot too.
Seguro que quizás no lo había comprado.
Oh, wow. She goes, she's not glad to hear it, and she goes, and who knows if I would have bought it if I would have found that out when I first went to buy it.
But in Florida, as in most other states, a murder or suicide is not something the seller needs to disclose.
Under Section 689.25,
Jim Selvey is president of the Greater Tampa Association of Realtors.
a homicide, suicide, or death that occurred on the property is not material fact that must be disclosed in a real estate transaction. And that's the law that we follow.
But even Selvey admits most prospective buyers would probably shy away from a property if they knew it was once the scene of a gruesome crime. And that's exactly what we heard when we talked with neighbors of a property on West Hiawatha, where in 1959 the homeowner used a rifle to kill his wife.
I don't know about moving into. I guess I'd rather just not know.
So how do you know if there are ghosts in your attic?
If a house is 100 years old, somebody's probably died in it at some point in time.
Lucy Jones is president of Florida History, a company that can help you trace a home's genealogy.
First and easiest thing to do is to talk to your neighbors.
Second, Jones says Google your address. Third, call the previous homeowner and ask. Finally, Jones says do some research. You can begin by checking the deeds, followed by the city directories before going to the library to search old newspaper articles.
So just in that one book, you can find who lived there and what their job was and where they worked.
During our research, we found some homes that were once a crime scene no longer there, replaced by a business or, in one instance, an elementary school. Of course, we also found some who believe their home's past was just that, past history. In 1958, a woman committed suicide in Tracy Norman's Seminole Heights home.
Well, I shouldn't say it didn't bother me, but I was still going to purchase the house. I mean, like I said, things happen.
We also found one South St. Pete home where death has now given way to life. 3 women were murdered here in 1978. It has now been turned into transitional housing for men getting out of prison.
I understand the situation as it was back then, but we got to get past that, you know. Now we got to bring life where there was once death, you know, and we got to keep rejuvenating this community.
No one knows for sure how many homes in the Bay Area were once the scene of an unspeakable act, but it's likely in the thousands, and likely many of the current homeowners are just like Dominga De La Rosa.
She was very shocked.
612 East Knollwood.
In Tampa, Preston Rudy,
2021 Queensboro.
10 News.